2, 3, wo war?
Humpback whale. That thing is as old as the hills. Strictly bargain basement. You gotta wear an O2 tank and a mask. We won't find a scrubber on that. Oh, the 52 Mako. Classic. But it's a death trap. 28 known fatalities related to its use. Carbon dioxide poisoning. And they're still on the market.
Steeply discounted, though.
Why, yes. I'd love to have children. 3 at least. Of course, I need to find my pillow first.
There. The Stingray. Submersible time of 90 minutes. That's our girl.
All the way up there.
The grease monkeys had to get it up there somehow. Just gotta find the controls.
Don't steal my leads!
Come back! You'll adore the spotlight.
Both always there.
It's Kara. All of them.
A rapid reminder. Fontaines department store have been seeded with an extensive number of magnetic mines. They are...
I know right where you are!
We're going to disappear before we diagnose this. Why did you come in the first place?
Pre-pageant jitters, dear. Hiding in the water won't help.
They make me.
If you're going to play hard,
Ryan's playing more like a cheap fiddle. He plays. Oh, they dance.
First, the law gets bribery. They'll want some fella in my privy advising how I defecate. What's next? Martial law?
It's simple. You want to mind control everybody? Public.
By tumorous growth before it's too late.
Ryan's minefield is well laid out, grant him that. But what security system made that ain't got a hole or two in it? If I was taking book down at Fort Frolic, I wouldn't like my odds. If I jig left when I should go right, there ain't gonna be enough bits of me left to set a crab's table.
Harassment. That's what this is. Found you prying into my respectable entrepreneurial affairs.
Nietzsche said, you must have chaos within to give birth to a dancing star. Who hides from the light of reason?
You don't have my permission to leave. Hurry up and come out. I got a lot of irons in the fire. Everyone wants a piece of me. I didn't say you could go.
course, the buildings are being fabricated above the waves. But we will lower them on a lunette ring, submerged into the structure's steel frames. So much steel, you wonder. How will we keep so large a purchase from the government? Water is buoyant. We shall not frame Rapture in steel, but in aluminium. The government jackals may suspect me of building an air force, but never a city.
How could you just walk away? Gossiping about me. Where'd you go?
Atlas, the heat is on. Ryan knows something's up and is sending men to investigate the department store. Suggests you lay in supplies at the Manta Ray Lounge and prepare for a siege. Looks like there's something in the Manta Ray Lounge worth investigating.
How could you just walk away? Where'd you go? I didn't say you could go. Hurry up and come out. Where'd you go?
Probably a switch around here somewhere. noisy.
Like some cognitive print.
Come on! Don't leave me out here with my heart in my hand.
Push it! Together we'll remake the world! Last time you'll screw me over.
Criminal dealing. Fallacy and misdirection from those afraid to let the market take its natural course. So I get some alms here and there, time to time. What of it? I'd been told this town was friendly to free enterprise.
A rapture reminder. The waters surrounding Fontaine's department store
Seems
have
to
been
me you're
secretly
against the
sensing
guy
number
making
of
an honest
magnetic
buck.
mines. They
I thought
are
rapture
very
was open for
sensitive.
business.
Do yourself a favor. Leave any thoughts of escape to the ruse. Life down at Fontaine's is going to be what you make of it. So make it great.
If that's what they call a fellow who's prosperous, determined, uncompromising, then fine. The shoe fits. You got me. First, the law gets bribery. Then,
Got it. That was the last of it.
Now you think you can manage the repair?
Sure. I've been fixing quantum field generators since kindergarten.
Fontaine's department store have been seeded with an extensive number of magnetic mines. Very sensitive. Do yourself a favor. Leave any thoughts of escape to the rubes. Life down in Fontaine's is going to be what you make of it. So make it great.
Damn hooligans. They've been sneaking into the repair bay at night, riding around on the hydraulic lifts. It's some kind of make-out spot. Can't exactly blame them. God knows how boring it must be to grow up in Rapture. But their hormones are costing us money, and this isn't an amusement park. I've locked the control room. The code is 7951.
Magnetic mines. They are very sensitive. Do yourself a favor. Any thoughts of escape to the room.
We're not finished! Who's there? You don't have my permission to leave.
That's what this is. Entrepreneurial affairs. Criminal
Any progress, love? I must confess, I'm becoming a wee bit skeptical.
Remind me, why am I supposed to care?
You see, me lads have taken a keen thirst for Adam, and there's a vintage right in front of me that'll do nicely.
If you kill her, I truly hope you are happy living down here. Put down roots, raise a family. Or maybe you think Andrew Ryan is going to ride to your rescue.
Fair enough. But remember, there are fast ways to harvest little sisters, and some very slow ones.
Come on in and watch this. All right. Pay attention. Ryan's got the formula. You trust your old dad on this one.
From a guy who heard from the guy next door to me. The girl he met just loved to fast and it fit you so don't say
Where's what's that now? Come on, man. Let's work something.
I keep one eye on these things. I can't scam friendly free enterprise. Like how Ryan's controlling those messages.
Mother always says it's important to be yourself. So here I am, 100% a genuine article.
I don't have time for those incapable of greatness.
Dear. Earwax, that stuff's golden. Gums up the works, Ryan can't make you his slave.
Begin the future.
Did you hear that, Kara?
This obliteration.
You're against the guy making an honest buck. I thought Rapture was open for business.
I never wanted to be no killer! You can't always rely on what you see.
Because I'd like nothing more than to be Miss Rapture in 1958.
If we seek out the fight, perpetually.
Ain't nothing been right for this town since Frank Fontaine died.
Maybe come.
Yeah, this old lumber sure got some high notes. But I got something new in the works.
Yeah, it's all hand signals. Clear looks. Either way, Kara. I know they're talking about me.
The urge to destroy is also a when we lay waste to mankind,
I never thought anyone would be able to bring all these degenerate splice heads into line. I gotta hand it to Atlas. After Ryan locked us up in this pit, I thought that was it. Just a long, final dive into the abyss. But he's given us hope. Or what passes for it down in Rapture. When a person's got nothing, hope's about the kindest thing you can give her. Or the cruelest.
like on the coded note to Fontaine. Fontaine and Atlas. Son of a bitch.
Sushong, I'm gonna make this clear as can be, so we don't have any miscommunications. Where the hell is the ace in the hole? You think you can stiff Frank Fontaine? I paid good money for state-of-the-art weaponry. I ain't losing this war just because you found yourself a higher bidder. I can promise you, I ain't never been one to lose with dignity.
I made my quota. Well, all right. I was only... Come here, hon. Got a sweet idea for you. We're done.
Now we won't immediately die of CO2 poisoning the moment we turn the thing on. Well, not the perfect phosphor frequency. It'll do. Okay, that should stop it from overheating. There, everything's fixed. We're ready.
Let's fire it up and see.
If I did everything correctly.
What did I tell you?
Did you hear that?
15 years now. I get some work, but I want to get back to real acting.
I'm the only one who knows the score.
What if they're just waiting for me?
Who's that? Where'd you go?
Excuse for a racket. Come out and show yourself.
You're a victim just like me.
You're only hiding from yourself.
You know what?
You won't find me so unprepared as this one.
Christ, better prep for my next
Show me what you're capable of!
Come here, baby! I ain't sore!
I heard something.
Stay! He may make more of you yet.
Everything's fine. I checked everything.
It appears our time is up for now.
Not about that.
Clear as a bell.
Welcome to the Circus of Value! No refund, no return!
Come back! Let's see this through! Together!
You're only hiding from yourself.
Pretty! You in the bedroom?
First Lady Mark II was built around a particle lift system just like all the buildings in the city. I read all about it in the Columbian Scientific. The particle seated at the top of the structure must be up that lift. Perfect.
A lot of technology just to float an airship. Comstock never heard of hydrogen.
The First Lady Mark I did run on hydrogen, and it was destroyed by a single bullet from a Vox sniper. Unfortunately, the Prophet wasn't on board at the time. take the active particle, and the First Lady is just a 40-ton paperweight. Best to take the spare. Here we go. Now let's head back through that tear.
You honestly expect Atlas to honor his side of the deal?
No, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
How do you plan on handling Atlas? He ain't just some spliced-up maniac.
He'll make a mistake. I just have to be ready to take advantage of it when it happens.
All for a girl you barely know.
How well did you know me when you came to Columbia?
Pretty lady not finished yet.
What? Open the tear.
Powerful device, very expensive. Tit for tat.
Just tell me what you want.
Suchong wants something simple. Lock of hair.
Oh, you're not serious.
Not your hair, stupid! Fink has a secret lab. Mothballed, forgotten. In there, hair sample. In jar. Cannot miss. You get for Suchong. Then everybody friends.
Where's his lab?
Closed off, past Fink's quarters. You smart lady, you find.
Should have seen that one coming.
Vox Populi. We must have arrived right in the middle of the siege.
That means the other you and I are probably inside the factory. On our way up to the First Lady.
And what happens if we run into ourselves?
We won't.
How do you know that?
Because we didn't.
Press to generate a bullet-snatching shield that places ammo into your gun.
Taken your counsel, and you done me good service, but I will not hurt the boy. I will see Fink and Comstock burn, but I will not hold the son to account for the deeds of his father.
You've misunderstood us.
We neither asked you to harm the child.
Nor did we promise that yours would be the hand that would set Comstock's world afire.
A famous man once said,
And a famous man shall say,
I may reach the mountaintop,
but I fear I shall never visit the valley below.
But you mean I won't live to see the... No.
It's up to you what matters more.
Your part in the play.
Or the play itself.
Someone is coming.
She'll arrive a girl.
She must leave a woman.
And what makes the difference between a girl and a woman?
Blood.
Your part in the play.
Or the play itself.
Turn her into a killer? How?
Give the girl no choice.
And she will be forced to make one.
too idle shall toil.
Say it!
Long live Daisy Fitzroy. Long live the boss Mogila. The cause justifies all actions against us. It is our time to
Again!
serve.
Like you mean it!
Long live Daisy Fitzroy. Long live the boss Mogila. The cause justifies all actions against us. It is our time to serve.
For the pig!
Come out, come out! Long live Daisy!
Oh, you scared pig! Ah!
I'll kill you myself.
So that others may live free from the yoke. DeWitt knew the price and paid it willingly. And I sense what the Lutece twins will one day ask of me. So far, their counsel has served me well. Served the revolution well. If a bullet takes me, so be it. But to offer myself up as a lamb? When I come to my Garden of Gethsemane, will I play my role willingly? Or will I burn the place down to the roots?
I heard you.
Who's out there?
Yeah, there's a war coming. You can smell it in the air. Fear, hatred, people dying every day. But how many more will suffer if we rise up? Violence begets violence, I know this. I've seen this. The rational mind argues for a peaceful solution to find a common ground, but what common ground is there to find for a father who watches his child bleed out in the street? How do you deny him his vengeance? I know that fire that burns deep inside. I know it all too well. And when the time comes, will I be able to stay the hand?
See where she went?
I heard you. I can smell ya. You're a fear to kill her. Make it die real Here I come. I'll find that piggy! Gun her down! Beg for death! Come out! To arms! Put knife right in you! You can't hide forever, love. Love! Daisy!
Change. That's what the people need. But sometimes I feel all I have to offer them is blood and fire. The things they done to me, I can't forget them. I was Columbia's victim, and victimhood begets shame. Oh, what element of human experience is more corrosive than shame? I'm rotted from the inside out. What do I have to offer this revolution except my own dark motivations? When all is said and done, what's more important to me? The people I want to save? Or those I want to murder in their beds?
A giant clock.
Sort of. Looks like the mechanism unlocks certain activities when Fink gives his blessing.
So what? We're stuck waiting for the cuckoo to go off?
No, there's a slot for some kind of key for manual winding. We just gotta find that.
Sure seems like a lot of work to lock down a few doors.
Yeah, well, if there's one thing Fink loves, it's a lot of work. We've got the clock key.
Our current state of being, or lack thereof, has left my brother unfulfilled. The biological urge to leave one's mark is strong, and it is not an impossibility. We could instantiate ourselves back in Columbia, return to an old life for the possibility of creating new. But we died in that world. Returning would mean giving up part of us, ourselves. We'd become flesh and all that it is heir to. The mysteries of the universe would become once again mysteries.